Can one actually beat the performance of the S&P 500 or an ETF that invests in the top 500 companies in the US? So this is one of the questions that eventually comes up in investors' mind. Should you simply invest in the S&P 500 or should you try to beat it by picking individual stocks? Some people believe that they can make far more money choosing individual companies or the right companies. Others believe that it's almost impossible to consistently beat the market or the S&P 500. So today we are going to do a test, all right? And here is what I want us to do. I want to imagine we went back in time, that is 5 years ago and 10 years ago, and we have $10,000 to invest. So we have two choices. Option one is to invest everything is in the S&P 500 through an ETF like VOO. And then option two is to forget the ETF and buy just the top 5 companies in the ETF instead. So in this video, we're going to compare VOO against the 5 of its largest holding. It is Nvidia, Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, and Alphabet, that is Google, all right? So we are going to do this over different period of times. We do 5 years and then we do 10 years. So in short, we are going to answer this simple question. Could you have beaten the S&P 500 if you chose the 5 stocks 5 years ago instead of investing in VOO? But before we begin, let's make sure that we are all on the same page. If you are completely new to investing, here is what S&P 500 is. So the S&P 500 is an index that tracks about 500 of the largest publicly listed companies in United States. That is companies like Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Nvidia, Meta, and hundreds of others. So you can't invest directly in the index itself. So instead you invest through an ETF. So an ETF is simply a fund that buys all of these companies for you. Think of it like buying an entire fruit basket instead of buying just one fruit or individual fruit. So instead of putting all your money into one company or a few companies, you spread it across hundreds of businesses with a single investment. One of the most popular ETFs that tracks the S&P 500 is VOO, and that is what we're going to be using today. Now let's see how it performed. So here is a chart for the VOO over the past 5 years, and this is the gains, okay? And you can also see here that we have the 10 years gains as well. So if you had invested $10,000 into VOO 5 years ago, your investment would be worth this much. Now, let us see if we could have done better by investing in individual stocks. So first we look at the charts for each of these companies to see how they performed individually. And here you can be able to see the 5-year performance and also the 10-year performance of each of these stocks. All the 5 stocks have been up for these periods, okay? So if you invested the same amount, $10,000 into the 5 companies instead of VOO, your investment will be worth this much. Very interesting, right? Now, if you chose a single company separately and invested the whole amount, some of these companies would have absolutely crashed the S&P 500, while others, they would have performed lower than what the S&P 500 did. Now, let's go even further back, 10 years now. Could the results be a little bit different? Here is the table on performance for the S&P 500 and for the top 5 stocks. So what does this actually teach us? At first glance, it might seem obvious. Just buy Nvidia, right? But here is the catch. Looking backward is very easy. Looking forward is incredibly difficult. Today, we know Nvidia became one of the biggest winners because of the AI boom, right? 5 or 10 years ago, nobody had what we have today, so nobody had today's information. That's the biggest advantage of an ETF like VOO. You don't have to predict which company will become the next big thing or the next superstar. So VOO is diversified across 500 companies. So although the smaller companies pulled the returns backward, if the tech industry saw a crash, you wouldn't lose as much. Also, if one company struggles, as we have seen in Meta for the past 1 year, there are hundreds of others inside the ETF that are going to pull the fund up. And when new winners emerge over time, they naturally become a bigger part of the index or the ETF. Does that mean that you should never buy individual stocks? Not at all. If you have done your research and have a strong conviction about a certain business and you have done your due diligence, individual stocks can significantly outperform the market or the broad ETF. But history also shows that consistently choosing tomorrow's winner is much harder than it looks like. That's why many investors use combination of both the ETFs and individual stocks. They build a solid foundation with ETFs and then they add carefully selected individual stocks around that core investment. Personally, that's an approach that I really like because it gives me broad market exposure while still allowing me to invest in companies I believe have exceptional long-term potential. Now, I would really love to hear your thoughts on this. Would you go for the VOO or the individual stocks? Would you pick the top 5 companies in the VOO and invest in them and risk? Or would you go safer in the ETFs itself? If you're in Kenya and you'd like to start investing in ETFs like VOO or individual US stock, I have left a link in the description box and also in the pinned comment for Scope Market. This is the platform that I personally use. When you sign up through that link in the pinned comment, they're going to call you and guide you on how to go about the whole process of investing and how to actually invest. Thank you so much for watching. Happy investing and see you in our next video. Bye.